Hey girl,
Thank you.
hey.
Hi, how are
Uh,
you? My name is
I'm
Dakari Eli, and I
nice
am
to
with
meet
Urban
you.
Magazine. It's nice to meet you.
Is this the first time
Is it my first time with what?
meeting me?
Yes, it is my first time meeting you. Are you kidding me? I'm super
Oh,
excited.
that's cool. I've
You look
been doing this
beautiful.
for a little while, and sometimes there's some reporters like we go way back like Kool-Aid. So that's why I asked.
I understand. No, this is the first time we're meeting. Again, thank you for talking with me today.
Oh,
I am very excited to put you on the cover of the women's issue for March.
thank
I
you.
mean, seriously touched. And I mean, I have been watching all the highlights of everything that you do. You are this multifaceted, most beautiful person. Love your energy. So
Thank you.
I know that we're here to talk about Bosco. I
Hmm.
know that.
But we can
But
talk about some other things too.
very briefly, I just want to know, let's start from the beginning.
Okay,
Let's talk about where you're from and who you are in your own words.
absolutely. I'm Vivica A. Fox from Indianapolis, Indiana. Midwest does it best. Um, I came to California at 17 years old in search of a dream that I've been able to live out beyond my wildest expectations. I've traveled all over the world. I've met some of the most and worked with some of the most amazing actors and directors and crews. And I am a fashionista.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I swear, I take notes. Now, what led you to acting? I mean, because being from Indianapolis, was there a lot of plays or acting or movies going on at the time, or what inspired you?
Well, to be honest with you, I thought I was going to be a model because I'm tall. I'm almost 5'8". At the time that was a perfect height. Now these folks are 6 feet. Uh, so I thought I was going to model more than anything else. I moved to New York. I tried to model. Every agency I went to at the time, they were like, "We already got a pretty black girl, looks just like you." That's when it was one at a time. I moved
Right.
back to California. Um, After my girlfriend who I was living with, she was like, "Girl, we're moving." I was like, "And I'm going back to California because New York ain't no joke. It's very expensive." Um, and I wasn't going back to Hell's Kitchen, which is where I lived at first when I got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Understood.
know Hell's Kitchen, and just
Yes, I
imagine
do.
it in the
I'm from New
'90s, child.
York.
Yes.
Yes.
So I was then discovered when I moved back to California by a gentleman by the name of Trevor Walton. Trevor and I both ended up at Lifetime making movies and stuff like that, but he got me my agent. He walked up to
Mm.
me. He says, "Wow, you've got a great look. Are you an actress?" And I was like, "No, I modeled." And he got me my first audition. I was awful. I was green. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but that was all right. I showed up and I looked cute.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
That's half the
So, but
battle right
anyway,
there.
yeah, so that's half the battle. So then he got me an agent, and I have been working nonstop for the last 3 decades.
Now, through your whole experience, there's
Yes.
been a lot of evolution,
Hmm.
a lot of growth.
Yes.
What parts of you do you still hold on to, though?
The down to earth.
Mm,
Um, like when I go home for Thanksgiving with my family, I'm still Angie Fox from 38th and Emerson. I help
mm,
set the table, I help clean up. I
hmm.
love taking my family to the Pacer games because my daddy growing up used to take us when they were in the ABA. And now I felt so honored that when I go home, I can afford us a suite for us to have a good time. So those humble Midwest roots
Yes.
will
Yeah.
never leave.
Yes. So, I mean, would you say that would that be like advice that you give aspiring actresses and people that
Yes.
are looking to get into the entertainment industry? Is
Yes.
how
Don't get caught up.
don't get
It's a
caught up.
business.
Yeah.
Never lose yourself. Know that this is a wonderful field to be in if you can be
Okay.
successful, but can
Yeah.
also chew you up and spit you out and leave you empty.
Yeah. And
And
now, how has the industry evolved? I mean, you mentioned that you said it would only be
back
one
then,
black girl, right? So, how has it evolved as far as diversity and representation?
because women are in control, that's how it's evolved, damn it. It's all about girl power and it's
That's
about
right.
damn
That's
time.
right.
Okay. Yes, we have women in power positions as far as directors,
Yes.
studios, producers, writers, that when I first came into the business 3 decades ago, we did not have. It was absolutely not available to us.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
that's how it's evolved more than anything else. And I'm glad to also see us as Black women sticking together,
Yes.
lifting one another
Support.
up, employing one another. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And as
And
far
women
as
in general, not just Black women,
right,
but women
no, no,
in general.
understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
It starts with my sisters.
That's right. That's right. Now what I would say is that you mentioned directing. You
Yes.
had your directorial debut, right? Yes. And it has taken off. So
I am
what
a
inspired you to pick this story?
Well, that story, the story that fell into my life that now I'm a NAACP double nominated Image Award nominee,
That's
fell into
right.
my lap by Tressa Smallwood. I
Mm,
love Tressa from the bottom of my heart. We did a short together for BET plus her. I did
mm,
a short for 14 minutes called Through Her Eyes. She loved me. I made all my days. Child, I reached into my own pocket to pay for my lead actress. She just loved my work ethic. And she said, I'm going to get you a bigger movie to do. 3 months
okay.
later, child, she was like, I want you to look into this lady's story,
Mhm.
Tanisa Welch. Then, of course, I heard about the story about how she was inaccurately portrayed on BMF, the television series, and how she
Right.
had been fighting for years to tell her story that I didn't realize or know how much she had been, basically demonized. People sliding
Mm,
into her DM, in her DM, calling her a pedophile just because of the portrayal that she wasn't paid. And
right.
so we gave Tonisa her truth. And I am being rewarded for working hard. We shot that film in 14 days in Washington, D.C., and I didn't work with a stellar cast. They only
Mhm.
have a couple of lead actors, and the rest I had to hire local actors. But I got
Mhm.
there and I worked with them. I was like, that take was not good. You need to give me some more. And they had to get over the fact that it was Vivica Fox that
That's
was
right.
directing them, and especially the young men, because they were just
Oh,
like,
I bet.
I was like, stop, because I could see it when they were starstruck, girl. I could see it. I was like, come on, come on, come on, right here. And they all thanked me afterwards for because
Oh, I bet.
I
Because
made
you
them
are
do.
so, I mean, you're a beautiful woman, but you are so much more than a beautiful face. You really are. And it's funny, you mentioned that, you had one job, and that job turned into another job. And that
Yes.
job, of course, turns into another job. And I think that's really important to highlight when we're speaking to people that, as far as the industry is concerned, that are outside the industry, or people that are looking forward to getting involved, that you never know where you're at, where it's going to take you, but you need
Hmm.
to give 110%.
At
And
all
I
times.
think that that's what you do at all times. I mean, your portfolio is so diverse, by the way, as far as the roles that you have taken on. You have taken on comedic roles. Okay. All right. You have taken on roles that are very dramatic,
Yes.
especially in Bosco. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. And then even action roles.
Yes.
I mean, you just hit what, the 20th year mark of Kill Bill. Listen, okay. I
Girl.
still listen, that scene in the kitchen, I still remember. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was so vivid. And how did you prepare? How do you prepare for your roles?
Well, Kill Bill was 6 months of training that I thank Tarantino for. And
Oof.
I went from a size 18 down, 8'10 down to a 2, because that's all the hell we did was work out. I was training for the Olympics, but I love him because girl, that booty was like, and I had a booty light and everything. But how do I prepare? By giving 100%,
Yeah.
110, not making excuses,
Mm.
applying
Mm-hmm.
myself, and just making sure that they can depend on Vivica when
Right.
it's time to do it. I'm not going to be a prima donna. I'm going to do the work. That's another thing that I pass on to my actors. Do the work. Y'all all think y'all can just jump on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and become a star. A
There
career
it is.
built.
Yep. No, there it is. I'm in
Yeah,
agreement. There it is. There it is.
careers
You have
built.
to
It
build
doesn't
the career.
happen overnight.
Exactly. And that's the thing. There's a lot of entitlement I see that happens in the
Hmm.
with the up and comers, they just don't seem to get it, that, that you're never going to get to a pinnacle point where you could just stop and say, okay, I've made it. No, it doesn't work that way. It's this cyclic.
Yes, the constant getting back on that bike and
Yes.
riding to a new stop. And then what you gonna
Yes.
do when you get there?
That's right. That's right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Bosco now.
Okay.
How did you prepare for this role, and what motivated you to say, you know what, I want to tell this or help tell this true story now?
Well, I will tell you, it's about relationships.
Mm,
This role was offered to me. I didn't have to fight for it. A good girlfriend of mine by the name of Kenya Ware came
mm-hmm,
to me and said, Vivica, we're doing this independent film. It's a true story.
mm-hmm,
And you're the first and only choice to play the mother. And I was like, wow, okay, really? They didn't have a lot of money, but it wasn't
mm-hmm.
about that. I'm an independent filmmaker myself, that
Yes.
sometimes paying it forward, you never know the reward that you may get for doing it. Like you said, you never know who's watching you. Wanted to see if you would take on a smaller role that would lead to a bigger opportunity. And it was a true story of redemption, about
Yes.
a Black man being allowed a second opportunity in life, that
Mm.
the story just touched me.
Now, what do you believe sets this film apart, as far as other true stories, and how do you think it's going to contribute to the broader conversation as far
That,
as the incarceration in America?
okay, that it's current. This isn't something, I mean, it did happen as far as the storyline, timeline
Right.
was over time. But the fact that we helped get him out of jail, that he
Mm,
literally went from getting out of jail to a movie set
mm,
with
mm,
actors and everyone portraying his story, that he's still involved in the community now, working with, he's giving back.
right.
So for me, the fact that it's current, it's not like, 1986 and da, 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 da.
Right.
It's still happening. He's
Right.
still evolving as a man.
Yeah.
So, and then I just
So
hope
it's
that
still relevant.
it's still relevant.
And I mean, we can talk about all the different situations as far as societal issues all day, when
Yes.
it comes to that, and reform. But yeah, I do think it's a very important story to have, or to discuss. Now, as far as that's concerned, so what do you like? What role do you believe that celebrities and public figures play in advocating for social change?
Everything. People
Mm,
listen to us.
mm,
People, people go see our projects, and sometimes it's life-changing for them.
yeah.
I've had people come up to me about different roles that I portrayed, that they're like, you have no idea how much you affected my life.
Mm,
And that always moves me. We have a right to speak up for social change when there's when things need to be brought to attention, when it affects our community, women's
mm,
rights,
yeah.
voting rights, incarceration, our
Yes.
communities.
Yes.
That if we can bring awareness to others' causes quicker, then it's our duty to do that. The community has been so supportive of our careers and the luxuries that we get. How dare us not give back?
That's very touching. That you just struck a chord with me. That because I feel like it's everyone's responsibility. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like those that have the platform to push the information further
Yes.
and inform more people. I mean, yes, I think it's everyone's responsibility.
I can tell
Now,
you, I think with myself that's why I've stayed so relevant for such a long time, is that I
mm,
don't run away from my audience. Y'all see me out and about. I do
yes,
make,
we do. Yes, we do. I
okay,
love
I'll
it.
be in them streets,
That's
to a
right.
certain extent, but I'm not, I care. I do. And I'm grateful that I'm still here.
You can see it though. You can see it. You can see it in your, like, I follow you on Instagram, and I can
Oh,
see it in your posts. I can see it in your captions. I can see the love that you have for people and for life, and it takes having love for people and for life to give back and to make it a priority. And it's not even something that I don't think you consciously do. I just think that's just who you are. At least, that's just who you are, so that's why I said I'm so excited to put you on the cover of the Women's Issue, because I believe that you deserve it. You
Well, we
deserve
sent
it.
y'all a bunch of pictures, so pick the best.
Girl, let me tell you, I almost said, girl, I saw those images and they are stunning. They are stunning. I was so excited. I was like, yes. I can't wait to share this.
And then just so you know, if we could give a lot of the compliments are from my hair collection, which I also want to thank the
Oh,
community. Yeah, they're
please.
from my hair collection, and we've been doing this now for 16 years, you know, and I got teased about when I first started doing the wigs. They're like, when the check stopped coming in, I'll never forget that.
Mm.
When the check stopped coming in, now she's selling wigs, not realizing that we had did our homework.
Mm-hmm.
And the hairline industry is $1 billion a year franchise.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. I don't have
Mhm.
I'm on that trail
Me
today,
too,
but let
girl.
me tell you,
Right
I got
here. This
I
is
got
Marion today.
I
Okay.
was about to say, but I have a lot of my personalities that are put away right now. So I totally understand.
I love
But
that.
so now, but you were so all right. So now you have this other business that you do. I mean, you are just you pivot and pivot and pivot, and that's the name of the game in the industry. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Now, so you also have a book telling
Yes.
us, highlighting your, it's insightful as far as your career and your experiences. What motivated you to do that, other than just like your experience? What made you say, you know what, I got to write a book?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm grateful to my team. You know, I have a team that exposes me to opportunities I never dreamed of. This
Mm,
opportunity for me to do a book came about by BJ Coleman. BJ Coleman has been my publicist for years. He works with Ebony now, but we're still very good friends, and he still suggests things for me. And BJ came to me and said, "Time to do a book." And I said, "Well, not doing the kiss and tell thing. Not,
mm,
I don't really get down like that."
right.
Um, and he says, "No, Vivica, you are a beautiful woman in your 50s that's having the most amazing resurgence in your career at the time when we did the book. Share those trials and tribulations, drop those gems." And I said,
Mm,
"Okay, I can do that." But I wasn't ready for the whole kiss and tell.
no, well,
Not
I
yet.
can't blame you. I can't blame you. You got to keep some cards close to your chest.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so, I mean, you're got experience as far as being a producer, a director,
Mhm.
an actress, a model, writer, an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Um, is there any other medium that you are looking to try out or experience creatively?
If I could say my dream job,
Mm,
a sportscaster.
really?
I am a sports junkie, girl, honey. I know them play.
Really?
Yes, I love sports. They said, "What do you binge watch, Vivica?" I was like, "Sports." But I
Which
mean,
ones?
I grew up, I'm a
Basketball,
Hoosier.
football?
Basketball, football, tennis, golf when Tiger Woods is playing. Let's just keep that real. But yeah, I love tennis. I went to the US Open this past year and watched Coco Gauff win her championship.
Mhm.
And yeah, I just love sports. I really do. I used to play too. I played basketball, volleyball, track, and I was a cheerleader. So
Oh, so you're an athlete too. Well, I mean, it doesn't surprise me because I saw the way you were whipping around and moving in Kill Bill. So I know there had to be some kind of athleticism
them
within
kicked.
your makeup.
Yes. So
Oh my goodness.
that would be my dream job is a sportscaster.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can make it happen.
Yes,
You can make anything happen. I can see
true
that.
that. True that.
Well, you know what? I am so honored and I feel so blessed that I had the opportunity to talk to you today.
Thank you,
I
sis.
can't wait to share your story and your beautiful images
Thank
with
you.
the readership. And Bosco is going to be amazing. I know it's streaming exclusively February 2nd on Peacock.
You got
I'm
it.
looking forward to watching this. And again, thank you so much. And stay blessed. Stay
You're
up.
welcome.
All
Stay
right, love.
blessed. Thank
Bye.
you.